This is the second video dedicated to version 18.1 of the Golova system. We would like to start it with a large group of innovations in the catalog database. Catalog updates. The first concerns the fact that now multiple photos can be uploaded into the SKU card. This can be done both through the web version interface of the system and through the mobile application. Let us go to the catalog and open some SKU. The photos are uploaded as a slider. They can be flipped through. They are clickable. Everything is as it was before in the catalog entry card, but now it is possible to upload many photos and to do so for each SKU. Next, a new function, repair priority. Suppose you mark an SKU as faulty. Now it has become possible to indicate the level of urgency of the repair. For example, if the equipment is already booked for a project and is soon to be used. There are 3 priorities: high, medium, low. As we can see, all faulty SKUs are highlighted in red. Now let us go to the faulty list and see how repair priority is implemented there. Here there is a filter by priority. The list can be sorted by priority to send the necessary equipment for repair more quickly. The next innovation concerns the Under Repair list, which we enter through the top menu of the catalog. Previously, there was only the Return to Warehouse button here. Now it has become possible to write off equipment. If it is clear that the SKU is beyond repair, there is no point in returning it to the warehouse. In this case, by specifying the date of write-off and leaving a comment about the state of the SKU, click here, Write Off. After write-off, the equipment disappears from the available quantity of this entry and is moved to the written-off list. Next, about available quantity. Here is the quantity column. Now in it, through a slash, a second value is displayed, available. It is calculated as the total number of SKUs of this entry in the catalog, minus the number of faulty SKUs, as well as those marked as under repair, and also minus those that are currently booked. For example, now the catalog shows 8 available SKUs. However, in a couple of hours a project may start, the SKUs will be booked, or may even already go to the venue, and this available quantity will change. Please note, this value is suitable only for assessing the current situation and not for project planning. For planning, you need to use shortage calculation for the date and time of the project. The next update is related to the concept of set. Let us recall, set is essentially a kit, but consisting not of entries, but of specific SKUs. Creating a set from scratch is not very difficult, but still quite time-consuming. To simplify this process as much as possible, we have developed an option for creating a set based on a kit. Its essence: if you already have a kit created and in use, which by its composition of entries corresponds to the set you need, then you can easily convert the kit into a set by filling this kit with specific SKUs. For example, here you have a DJ equipment kit. It includes the entries: 1 digital mixer, 2 CD players, and 2 cables. Suppose you need to create a set that will include SKUs belonging to the listed entries. Please note in the kit card we have added the Create Set item. After clicking on it, we see that a new set has appeared. Moreover, the new set includes exactly the same entries as the original kit. It remains only to go inside the set, indicate how many such sets you have, and assign SKUs to the entries that make up the set. That was the last new feature in the catalog. Next, let us look at updates in the project. Project updates. Let us move on to the project. The first improvement concerns the header of the quotation. Previously, the date and time of the event were displayed in the header as one line, and went into the options as one item. Now the date and time are separated. You can specify only the date and, if necessary, also the time. Then the time will be displayed next to the date. At the same time, if we do not specify the time, then only the date remains in the header. You see? The time has disappeared. Let us move to the finance section. Here a new field has appeared related to profitability. What is profitability? If we have forgotten the definition of this term, here it is written that it is the share of profit from revenue. Please note that in many parts of the interface there are such tooltips. The calculation is done in two types: planned profitability and actual profitability. Planned income is formed in the estimate section. This is the subtotal of all project estimates. In the case of this project, it is 381.5. In the finance section, we see this figure here. Planned expense is defined in the planning section when you add staff, vehicles, managers, and so on. And also in the specification section where you specify sublease. In this project, the planned expense is 150. Let us note that additional expenses, not related to what was listed just now, can be entered directly in the finance section. All these data form the planned expense, and therefore the planned profitability. Thus, even at the planning stage, I can see how profitable this project will be. Planned profitability is calculated automatically by the appropriate formula after entering all the data. Here you see it at the bottom in the calculator table. After all income and expenses are processed, actual profitability will be displayed here. In other words, how profitable the project turned out to be in fact. The second innovation on the Finance tab is in the Income section. When some income is processed. For example, the client paid me $200 for this project. Then in this block such a field now appears, Outstanding Balance. It shows how much more I am to be paid for the project. Such a small but very convenient improvement for controlling current payments. Files for tasks. In the Tasks menu, it has become possible to add files to a created task. Suppose we create a task. As usual, either from the task table or through the calendar. Next, as usual, a modal window opens. And, please note, here at the bottom we have added functionality for uploading files. Files can be uploaded either one by one or in bulk. After uploading, a comment can be added. Here you can also enter a more detailed description of the task, or just some of its features. The date we clicked in the calendar when we started creating the task is automatically set as the start date of the task. Suppose the task must be finished the same day. Therefore, we do not need to adjust the date, only the time. Next, it is required to select the performer of the task and add the task. If necessary, corrections can be made in the comments to the files. At the same time, if you click by email here, then, as it was before, an email with the description of the task will be sent to the performer's email. However, now the email will also contain links to the attached files. By following the links, it will be possible to view these files, download, print, and so on. Files in the counterparty card. This innovation concerns the counterparties database. Now it has become possible to upload files to the counterparty card. These can be contracts, acts, or any other documents related to a specific payer. Files are uploaded in the same way as in tasks. They can be attached in bulk or one by one. As before, by double-clicking on an uploaded file, you can leave a comment. Login screen. And the final small innovation no longer relates to the project, but to the system as a whole. More precisely, it concerns the login screen. Now in the right part of the login page, relevant information about the operation of the platform is displayed. For example, there may be a link to a video, like the one you are watching now, which describes some new features of our system. Or it may be any other useful information. That is all for the current updates. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next video.